March monthly reading wrap-up. Starting off with some positivity, Dungeon Crawler Carl by Matt Dinneman owns my whole heart. I have not stopped thinking about this series since I finished book 1, and I have already decided that I'm going to go buy the rest of the books in hardcover because I can't wait for book 2 to be put in no paperback form. So, let's talk about it. I'm obsessed, and my favorite character is Princess Donut. I finished To Steal a Throne by Gabby Burton. This was an arc that was sent my way by Bloomsbury Publishing. I always appreciate some good arcs, but unfortunately, this one was just not for me. It follows a morally gray female main character as she tries to support her brother who's in the running to get his position again as not quite a king or president position, but something adjacent to that in their kingdom. And she ends up going up against Kadrin, who is like running opposite of her brother. It's supposed to be an enemies to lovers romance, but it felt really clunky and the romance elements were severely forced. You could tell this was a fantasy where the author wanted to just write a fun, morally gray female character and maybe felt obligated to include a romance element. Was not for me, and I will not be finishing the series. I gave it 2 stars on Goodreads. I finished And Now Back to You by BK Borison. This was a really solid 4-star read. I loved First Time Caller. It was a perfect 6-star read, so any book after it is going to have to struggle to kind of match what I was expecting. I really enjoyed this two relationship. Jackson and Delilah were so interesting and so unique, and BK is just amazing at creating these original human characters. However, there was a touch bit of miscommunication at the end, following some insecurity from Delilah's end that really irked me because the whole book was Jackson proving how interested he was in her as a person and not just because she's unique and fun. So that pissed me off a little bit. And I will also be completely candid. The spice scenes in this book were kind of cringy, especially compared to how spicy book 1 was. The scenes in this book were honestly not for me, and I did end up just kind of glazing over them while reading. This was a very highly anticipated read for me. The governess's